Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Iliana Magra, and here are the top headlines of the day in Greece. Greece will temporarily suspend the processing of asylum applications for migrants arriving by sea from North Africa, Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis told Parliament earlier today, citing a sharp increase in such arrivals. The legislative measure to be submitted to Parliament tomorrow will initially pause applications for a period of 3 months. The Greek Premier described it as a necessary temporary response based on the same legal framework used during the 2020 migration crisis at the Evros border with Turkey. Those who enter the country illegally will be arrested and detained, the PM said in his address to lawmakers, adding that the current situation requires extraordinary measures. Now, 520 undocumented migrants who were on board a fishing boat were rescued about 17 nautical miles south of the island of Gavdos early this morning. The rescue operation was coordinated by the Joint Rescue Coordination Center and involved a Hellenic Coast Guard patrol boat, a Bahamas-flagged freighter, 2 Frontex aircraft and 4 nearby ships. In a change of plan, the Shipping and Insular Policy Ministry announced that the rescued foreign nationals will not be taken to Crete as originally announced, but travel to the port of Lavrio in Attica on board the freighter. In other news, financial crimes investigators from the Hellenic police reportedly raided the offices of Greece's farm subsidy agency OPEKEPE today as part of an ongoing investigation into the suspected misuse of EU agricultural funds. About 20 officers were deployed to the agency's central offices in Athens, where they collected digital records and accessed internal servers. Police are focusing on OPEKEPE's internal database in an effort to retrieve records of subsidy payments issued in recent years. The operation marks the second raid on the agency in recent months and follows the submission of a related case filed to Parliament by prosecutors. In other news, Turkish Defense Minister SKAI.gr said earlier today that Ankara would not tolerate any actions by Greece that infringe on Turkey's claimed rights and interests in the Aegean Sea and the Eastern Mediterranean. Responding to a parliamentary question from a lawmaker with the nationalist opposition Good Party regarding Greece's decision to extend its territorial waters to the Aegean to 12 nautical miles, Güler said that the Defense Ministry was closely monitoring Greek activities in the Aegean and the East Med. No fait accompli that would violate our country's rights, entitlements, or interests will be permitted, he said. Now, a 25-year-old woman has confessed to the murders of 3 infants, 2 of whom were her own children. The woman, identified as Irini Murtzougou, was arrested on Monday in connection with the deaths of her 2 children and the child of a friend in the western city of Amaliada. She has been charged with serial intentional homicide and attempted murder. Police also accuse her of attempting to suffocate her former partner. The case has drawn national attention since August last year, when her friend's 15-month-old child died under suspicious circumstances. Authorities later linked Murtzougou to a total of 4 infant deaths between 2021 and 2024, all involving members of her immediate circle. These include the death of her roommate's 6-month-old baby in 2021, the deaths of her own children aged 19 days and 2 months in 2022 and 2023, and the death of her friend's toddler in August 2024. When she previously appeared on Greek TV, Murtzougou had repeatedly denied any involvement. And that's all for today. Tune in again tomorrow for Greece's first English language bulletin. And ladies and gentlemen, have a good afternoon.